Hello, once again to the podcast. This is Chaos Entropy episode 34. Um, Not a crazy
Recording
amount of
this on August
news.
7th.
What do you say? Oh
We're
yeah,
recording on August 7th.
yeah. So if you find our bodies, no.
The feds did this.
Uh, yeah. Let's just start with that. We already end pretty cryptic and messed up each podcast. Um, Speaking of feds, sort of, not really. Black Ops 6 released that zombies cutscene. uh, which
Oh
you,
yeah,
you probably do not care for because you're not a big fan of
I've
Cold
seen it
War.
though.
Oh, I mean
I've seen it.
you don't care as much for those characters though.
Yeah, I don't care about
I
the.
like that. Well, this is 5 years of them in prison, so they're the same characters, but their characterization will be slightly different because they went through it. Now the end game with these characters and new characters is to go after Edward Richtofen, who put them in prison. If anyone played Cold War zombies, all the characters that weren't you were just a nobody. Uh, they all
We
went to
played the
jail.
task force, so
Yeah.
they just.
So I have it up.
I don't
You
know. I mean,
got Weaver.
yeah,
You
you got
got
Weaver, you got
Carver.
Carter, you
Carver.
got Carter or
No,
Carver.
it's Carver with a V.
Oh, Carver.
Yeah, yeah. Elizabeth Gray, which I was like, is that I forgot what.
I didn't recognize her at all.
What's her name in Grey's Anatomy? That's her name's not Elizabeth, right?
Oh, Meredith.
Oh, okay. I was like Elizabeth Gray. I was like, are
I
they
fucking
just?
hate her. Oh
At
man.
first, I was like, what? I was like, wait a minute. I was like,
Oh man.
that's the because you don't hear a lot of Grey's. And then you have a
Shut
new.
up. I hate that show.
Okay, we don't have to
I
talk
hate the
about.
people involved. I
Hey,
hate
calm
everything
down.
about it.
We are not here to
Don't
hate.
tell me what to do.
Okay, got a new character named Maya. Uh,
Maya,
who's looking for her
Maya,
brother.
Maya,
You got Raptor One is an
Maya.
actual. You could.
Oh yeah, Raptor. They couldn't give us his real name, Raptor One.
His name is Stony Maddox.
I
So
say that. Are you serious?
it's probably better to just call him Raptor One.
Okay, yeah. I said like they can't even give him his name, and you say his actual name. I'm like,
I'm
bro,
looking at it. They
that's the
have all
stupidest name I've ever heard. Stony Maddox.
Yeah, well, Carver's name is Mackenzie Mac Carver. Or they call him Mac. Wow. And then
Oh
there's Oscar Strauss. He's actually the oldest of the group, and he almost went insane in the prison.
yeah, Strauss.
And then Peck, Dr. William Peck, who's an a-hole.
Oh no, I
He's the
mean,
one guy. He somehow
and where
made
are
it.
they? Terminus? Did
So
we
there's
already have a map on Terminus, or is that something else?
um a map on Terminus. Do we have a map on no. Because just the team
All
is
right.
called Terminus, right?
Oh, Terminus Outcomes. Never mind.
Right,
That's
yeah.
from Black Ops. What's it called?
There's two. It was like Terminus and then uh Requiem, the CIA led
Yeah.
team, Requiem, and then
No, no, no. It was Requiem and Omega Group.
Oh yeah, sorry. What was Terminus?
Terminus is from Modern Warfare 3 Zombies.
Oh,
Terminus Outcomes.
but they're I think connected, right? I mean, using the
What?
what's her name is in it? Samantha's in MW3.
No, she's not.
Yeah, she was.
I don't remember.
Oh, it was a different girl. She heard
I don't know.
Samantha in the one of the that first cutscene for MW3 Zombies, one of the first.
I haven't been playing much as
I haven't
MW3
seen
Zombies.
anymore.
So.
But this is meant to take place of the characters at the end of Cold
Yeah, this
War.
takes place before.
Well, I guess it's 5 years from Cold War. So yeah, before yeah. I almost forgot Modern Warfare is modern. So
This is just weird.
um, I don't know. I'm more excited. We got actual characters again. Maybe people
I
don't
don't
care.
really care because I never really cared for these characters. I don't care about the storyline.
And yeah, that's honestly that's the information from Black Ops. Oh,
Have you seen the gameplay?
I have seen the gameplay, and the first comments like, "Oh, I can't wait." They put a whole paragraph of, "Oh, I can't wait to be, 360, 1080, no from those
1080p, 60 FPS, 360
dolphin
underscore
diving everywhere."
XXBB.
That's literally the comments, and I'm like, I don't know why people think that automatically. Like, they say that about
I
every
mean, when
game.
you see it,
Yeah, but they say that about every game though.
but it's even more than this.
Yeah, but I'm playing MW3. I don't have that feeling.
I mean, at this point, that's just what Call of Duty is. They tried going the slow route,
Yeah,
and
I will. Okay, I will
people
say
didn't
that
like it.
if anyone has seen, like, what's funny? Call of Duty did put a. Did you see their Twitter post about it?
Oh yeah, don't believe the misinformation, even though it's literally leaked gameplay.
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah.
don't even though there's information in the field, wait till COD next. Like,
Yeah, nah.
I
I
was like, the
mean,
fact that they respect, like, they're not even like uh blocking it on YouTube. They're just like, we whatever,
oh, they're taking it down.
Oh, they are? Okay, I didn't know. But the fact that they even acknowledged, they're like, you might have seen this, but wait till what we got. I'm like, do you have anything more? Because it's probably the major gameplay. I'm like,
I mean, some people pointed out how like some of
it
the
takes away.
sprint animation was like reused from Modern Warfare 3, but at the same time, they also made their own custom ones.
Yeah.
So some assets are reused
I
from
will say
Modern
it
Warfare
looks weird
3.
when you're running with your gun. When your
Yeah,
gun's
because they do
run.
one-handed. I know what they're going for. They're going for like the really ultra speed stuff, like
Yeah, but
like
I don't know if I like the look of it though.
you're running. It looks like Cold War to me. Like I mean, I said it a couple weeks ago. It looks like Cold War, just like smoother, I guess, like
I
because of the
just
running
I just
system.
it looks janky in my head just running with that. It looks
It
so
looks.
funny.
I don't know. I mean,
It looks funny. That's what I meant. Not the
I
actual
don't know.
graphics, just the fact that
Like how you die out dolphin dive. People have been testing out the dolphin diving and everything. It looks. It reminds me of like I guess like first person Max Payne.
what do you prefer dolphin dive or
I don't care because Modern Warfare 3 had both.
it does?
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever dolphin
You
dived yet.
hold its dolphin dive. If you tap it, it's slide.
I don't know. I just played Modern Warfare 3. Did I not dolphin?
You never did that. Well, you can do both. I'm
I
guessing you can
probably
do both.
have. I probably slide more often. No, I do
I
dolphin
slide
dive.
more,
No way. I automatically hold everything.
but so yeah, there's that, and then what else? I mean,
The guns are interesting choice.
the guns are from the '90s, but I mean,
Nothing
the,
really stands out.
they're using the Car 4 design for the um. Obviously, there's like an M4 or like an
Mhm.
AR-15 in every single Call of Duty. This time, because it's the '90s, they're using the Car 4 variant.
Yeah.
Um, which I mean, yeah, it looks pretty cool. They call it the XM4 still. My problem is like they're not using real gun names. Um,
I think that's in
which
the
is kind of weird.
past.
I mean, we already got past that, but like they were using real gun names in Cold War.
Maybe. Maybe those manufacturers didn't
I
care
mean, there's
then.
the AK-74. That's real. At least that's real. Um,
Oh yeah,
what
they
else?
did use a lot. Yeah, it was all real mostly.
XM4 makes sense, so I'm not really too.
It's been XM4 for a while, right? Or no, it was
And
only in
XM4 is Black Ops.
yeah.
I mean, XM4 kind of makes
I
sense,
don't know
but
why,
I
but I
don't know
miss
whether
the M27 look
M27. Well, it's
from.
impossible for the M27 to be in the game.
I guess. I mean, they could make
No, because the M27 is based off the
the future.
HK416,
Oh,
which literally was created in 2004.
well, who says Call of Duty has to be accurate?
Well, do not go there. Do not
Look
go
at
there.
Assassin's Creed. Look at
Stop.
I don't
Stop.
play my games for
I
accuracy.
actually want to use guns from said era, okay?
I couldn't
I
care.
wanted the M27, I wanted specifically the 416 in Modern Warfare 3, but they haven't given me the 416 yet, so
They have brought in a lot of guns, which I was surprised. Or I mean, like,
But yeah,
The old
yeah, I
games.
am pretty surprised. Like Modern Warfare 3 has the biggest selection of guns, and I think the most
It's the most
like
fun for that reason.
variety, the huge variety.
They literally
There's like
have
what,
all of Modern Warfare 2 guns, and then now like a crazy amount of MW3.
and then more guns in Modern Warfare 3,
Yeah.
and then the weapon, the
Oh
aftermarket
yeah,
parts will
makes
also
them even
change
new.
them.
Becomes new weapons.
Yeah, it becomes even more weapons because like that, the what's it called? They by adding in the what's it called? They now have the technically I guess the AK-12.
I didn't
They
realize they
have
brought in the
the
Moors sniper.
AK-17, the AK 105, 103 already in the game. There's now
Jesus.
also the AK-15 and then the AK-12. We already saw that, and then the AK 107, I think, which is the one with the dual rod, which helps them mitigate the recoil.
Oh wow.
So there's a lot of stuff in that game now, but they still have not added the voice 16. Which, if it's not in that game, then I don't think it'll be. I don't think it will be. It can't be in Cold War because, well, it would be 15 years, approximately 15 to 10 years before it was ever created. So, but instead we got the Car 4 or the I don't know what car. It's the car replica. It's the ones that what's it called? Delta Force used in Black Hawk Down.
Yeah,
It's basically the Delta Force gun that they were known for back then in the 90s. Um,
that's interesting.
which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Uh,
I still
but I
can't
don't know. I
believe.
mean,
I still can't
I'm
believe
still not really.
it was leaked that heavily.
Yeah, I don't know how.
They
How was?
they use like well they have these jailbroken PlayStations that use a certain program to
Oh, that's how.
get
Okay.
the file like the earliest. But the fact
I
that
thought
they
they
have
were like.
server, I mean, of course, but the fact that there's that like they're playing on like servers with many people.
I thought yeah, because wasn't there like an event that was happening?
um,
I
what do you
thought they
mean?
invited people out, and then some guy sneaked
That's for
cameras
COD
in.
Next though. They didn't invite anyone yet.
I saw like some guy playing it.
Like
Like some guy like tweeted
like
about playing it.
legitimately.
Yeah, I thought it
They
was from
might
that.
have. I just no. These people are. I'm really like there was a video of a guy trying to get into the game properly, but he had to get out and then restart his PlayStation program for the jailbroken part, and then that had to be corrected.
Oh,
He literally shows it all recorded. He's like, "Oh wait, I
uh,
gotta do that." I'm
and then
like,
people are using the
I forget it's just like PlayStation something to.
masterwork guns and shit.
It's insane.
I don't know. I'm not really.
There's
I'll
a
probably
crazy
be.
amount of movement. Like when they're playing like they're like out of their minds, like G fueled up or gamers like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's COD now,
But
because like,
I mean, well, not my matches.
because I mean yeah, that's just COD now. I mean, 'cause people tried the other route in Modern Warfare 2, no one really liked it, so it has to go this
The
route,
slowest
I
route,
guess.
yeah. I don't mind it being quick. I just meant it's it's not just quick. It's people who are
I
proficient
mean,
with
well, that's
it.
the thing when you have these mechanics,
That's
someone's going to
true.
use all of it to its fullest potential, and that's what you get. That's why you got like,
But I'm surprised that many people do it.
oh
I
yeah,
guess that many
several of
people have the
them.
time on their hands.
And then Call of Duty is a specifically unique case because it's a simple, smooth kind of game, you
It's a
know. Like,
simple game. I mean,
yeah.
you just go in and you shoot.
Well, no, like even like it's the smooth. It's also smooth too. There's like no FPS as smooth as COD.
Yeah, I can't. No, I can't really think of any other FPS like that's smooth.
Yeah. So,
I mean, oh no, I was thinking of other games, but they're not really FPS. They're
like X Defiant.
no.
Well,
To be honest, I forgot that existed. But
yeah, I forgot that existed too.
all the like the Warzone, what was that, battle royale type games? They're not really FPS. I mean, you shoot, but they're different.
But they're not as smooth as Call of Duty.
Like what game was I thinking? Apex. I mean, I remember it being.
Apex Legends is actually pretty
It was
smooth,
pretty
but
smooth. I mean, it was.
damn, that might be the only
That's the only
contender.
thing I was. I was like, I remember playing Apex when it first came out. I bet it's of course better
I bet
now.
you it's because they got Respawn. The guys who
Oh
made Call
yeah,
of Duty at one point also worked on it.
yeah.
So
I never thought of it that way. Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I could be wrong. But yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, in my opinion, it looks like Cold War. I wasn't really a fan of Cold War.
Oh,
Um,
there was an interview oh my, the guy who made Dead Space and those Call of Duty games.
yeah, yeah.
Forget his name. He had an
Gunnar
interview
Wright.
recently. What?
Gunnar. Oh wait, no, maybe that's the. Never mind. I think Gunnar Wright is the guy who voices
No, no, that's not it.
David Blake.
He founded what was it, Sledgehammer as well, right? Or he was there with Michael
Oh, he worked
Condrey.
at Sledgehammer.
Sorry, he worked there with Michael Condrey, right? I think that was his name. Uh, oh my god, what's it? Dead Space. I want to get his name correctly. Glenn Schofield.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He was on a podcast, just talking about all his games and you know the what was happening behind the scenes of Callisto Protocol and what happened to his team and stuff like that during COVID. Uh,
Oh yeah.
and because right now he left that studio. Um, I don't
Really?
really, yeah, he left that, and then
I thought that was his studio.
he it was, and then but there was a lot of like things that went on that was horrible for him because he mentioned how Callisto Protocol, they said he had more time. Like they kept saying that to him, and then like out of nowhere, they're like the suits were like, "Oh no, we want to release like at this date," and they're like, "But I don't have the infrastructure to do that." And he was like talking to the it was like, and people think if you have less time, it's less money, but no, it's more money because you need like
You upskill
10
it and do
times
like
the amount of people. You need to upskill
yeah.
everything to
You
get
need to increase production
yeah.
in a
And
really
he had to cut out a lot of bosses, a lot of stuff. You know what's funny? He said like, when it came to DLC season, he instead did they did 86 patches in 3 weeks, and now the game is like what it's meant to be.
yeah.
I was like 86 patches in sorry 3 months, but still 86. I'm like, and they're big
Oh,
patches too, like at least 10 gigs each or more each time. But he talked about that. He talked about how he was in talks with why we had 3 exos back to back, or those
actually, like
yeah
Call of Duty.
yeah. He's the one of the main reasons. Like they had a conversation with him, and he helped talk about it.
Oh,
He didn't work on all 3, but he pushed it to where it was all 3 of them had exos.
oh,
Good or bad, I mean, also for Advanced Warfare, he pitched that. He said it was the best pitch he ever made possible, and they said, what the hell are you talking about?" He was like, they couldn't cognitize like these tanks that like fly or like these like or these crazy technology. I'm like, because it's only set like like 50 years or whatever, or 20 years,
uh-huh.
and they were like, "Oh, it's not that's far future." He's like, "No, it's not." And then he said he went to NASA like the next day, uh, and he was talking to one of the people, and then what'd you know? They were like, "Oh, look, what you want to see our hovering tank? That's what they have, a hovering tank."
Yeah.
And it was like, it's already happening, so it's not hard to believe in 20, 30 years we can have similar technology, just bigger. But the people, the
Yeah.
execs were like, we don't get it. And then Michael Conjure at the time was like, what the hell are you doing in there? He's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I mean, I really do like Advanced Warfare. He got Kevin Spacey in there because it's one of his favorite actors, and they're actually good buds at the time.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh.
and then, well, I mean, that game. But yeah, he said he would never do a COD again because he already did the. His experience was he did a modern, he did a futuristic, and then he did a
World War II.
yeah, and he was like, I did all my
Or Vanguard.
he didn't
No, no.
do
Oh yeah, World War
Vanguard.
II. Yeah.
Yeah,
Whoops.
he left by then, which could maybe because I think World War II is better than Vanguard.
Yeah, everything is better than Vanguard. Nobody talks about
Yeah,
Vanguard.
I mean, yeah, World War II slightly boring. I don't think it's a horrible game, but the fatigue was already there for war games.
I don't know, cause
We wanted boots on the ground, so we got a World War game, and yet people were like, "I don't want this." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, I actually had fun.
No way, people actually wanted it because like
No, people wanted boots on the ground, but I remember during that year though, they were like, "We don't like this game as much." We don't like
yeah, but they people were kind of wanting a World War II game because
Oh yeah, they
it
did
was
say that too, yeah.
futuristic.
And then we got that, and then they were still not as happy. And the story was actually, I actually liked the campaign. It wasn't bad.
Oh no.
He uh he was he researched. There was a book about American concentration camps where Americans were put, like 300 roughly Americans were in a concentration camp, and
Huh.
it was like the craziest story he ever read. And he was like, that's part of that inspiration for this story. But I was just thinking about this stuff just because I was thinking about Call of Duty and where it's been. You know what's crazy? Call of Duty's been a weird ride ever since the end of Modern Warfare 3, the original.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, actually, no, because the
sorry,
last good
Black
one
Ops
they
2. But
Black Ops 2,
but
yeah.
I meant yeah, Black Ops 2. And then but since then they didn't know where to go, especially for Infinity Ward. They were like, we don't know what to do now. We already finished our modern, era. So let's
Yeah.
try Ghost. And sadly that went to hell for
Ghost was just a lot of they had the atmosphere, but they didn't really have the effort. It never
one of the
really like
fascinating marketing at the time, if you remember all the marketing.
yeah.
It was huge. Ghost was actually, like, marketing wise, it was everywhere.
Could have been cool, but man, it was just a bit lackluster in the campaign.
And I didn't, looking back, the actual the color
Looking
palette.
back though, yeah, it wasn't that bad. It was actually
Well, also
not
so
that
the
bad.
color palette was iffy. I didn't like the look of it.
I
Maybe
like
because
the
it's
color palette. I like that kind of stuff.
maybe because PS3 graphics. I don't know.
No, I just think you don't like gray, but I actually like gray. I
It
like
looks
that kind of
boring.
stuff.
That's all.
I don't think it was. I didn't think the atmosphere was boring. I think the
Not
story was boring.
what? That's one of my favorite Call of Duty stories.
I think the story was lackluster.
I mean, there's
I
a lot
like
of
the
characters
atmosphere. I
I
like
don't
the
like.
gray because it makes sense because you're in a depressing time.
I
It's
will
just it's
say their
gray.
father.
Everything else now is everything else is like, especially the new Black Ops 6. It's like colors out my ass. Like it's just everything, man. It's like I'm being hit by a rainbow.
Okay, I think you.
I'm like playing. I'm playing like Roblox at this point. Like the color palette is just all over the place.
Speaking of Roblox, it's been banned in Turkey. Unless that was news already.
Really?
Yeah, because of something about like child, like
Endangerment.
yeah, something to
Really?
those
Oh,
lines.
no.
I'm like Turkey of all places. It's funny how a country like that looks at that and bans it, but like if any other country
Yeah,
even
kind of.
looks,
Wait, it kind of makes. Did they
I
say
haven't looked.
why specifically?
It was on those lines. Let me look. According to a recent string of media internet bans, the Turkish government has abruptly blocked all user access to Roblox, upsetting fans across the Eurasian nation. Roblox has received criticism in the past for its lack of safety measures against mature content, for allegations of profiting off of child labor. Uh, let's see. However, players have been banned by the sudden. Let me see. Unfortunately, the federal government of Turkey has blocked access to the game, as confirmed by multiple Turkish news outlets and user reports on Reddit. According to a statement from a Turkish official, access to Roblox was banned in Turkey following concerns of child exploitation and inappropriate content on the platform.
Oh, because there are a lot of
Yeah,
weird stuff that happens
and
on
a lack
Roblox.
of direct content regulation. Yeah,
Huh?
is it really that weird? Stuff
You
happening
haven't
on
heard?
Roblox. I mean, I heard back then, but I haven't.
No, right now. What do you mean back then?
Well, I remember a couple when we were on it. Not for those reasons, but when we were playing, we uh we were
Well,
talking
when we
about
tried
it.
out the zombies
No,
thing,
yeah, when we were playing that, you were talking about at the time. There was a certain person you were talking about that was
it's
recent.
still going on.
Well, oh well, there was a certain individual I think you were showing me a video about at the
I don't
time.
know
Yeah, you brought it up when we were playing, and I was looking into it. And I was like, oh, this is pretty creepy. And then
that. Who was it?
I don't remember it wasn't like a YouTuber or anything. It was just a it was You said you were watching a video about an individual that would go on and just talk to these kids, and it would be really creepy and weird.
Oh, that stuff happens all the time.
Why didn't? I mean, I knew, but I don't think about it, so it's hard for me to conceptualize how big of
Yeah,
a.
no, that happens all the time, though. That
Because,
happens like
well,
at this
it's
point, like anything that where kids are involved, that it happens.
it's
Like
either in the game or it's like Vitaly,
or like
faking his.
Roblox especially, like Roblox especially.
Have you seen those Vitaly stuff?
Oh, how he attacks child predators? Or he
Uh,
doesn't attack them, but yeah, I know
he
what you
had a
mean.
person knock one out or not an accident. He did it on purpose,
That's funny.
and they were like, "Oh no, what have we done?"
That's just
At the end of
funny.
the day,
Wait,
it's
there was one like
he
or
faked
maybe this
one of
was another
them,
guy.
or he faked a lot of them supposedly.
Really?
So I say supposedly because on certain accounts, some of them, like some people came out and were like, "Oh yeah, it's just who worked with him," like when he has like celebrities doing it with him, which is, by the way, it's getting really out of hand. Where he has like people coming with him like on a ride, as
Dude,
if
they
like
spit.
as
One of
if
them was
you know
like
how
spitting on them, but they spat on the wrong guy.
yeah, but you know how cops like you can go with the cop for a day or something like that, where you put a protective vest on and you can ride with a cop. It's like riding with Vitali. Like a celebrity will just be with him looking for a child predator. I'm like,
Funny.
it's all wrong. I'm like,
That's funny, bro. And
it's
then that.
funny, but this is not how. I
Yeah,
mean,
but yeah, they should be getting arrested.
well, what I mean, yeah, well they
But
that's
probably
the
because of
problem.
this, they don't get
They
arrested.
also just don't. They either don't have enough proof, or well, I guess they have enough proof to go after these individuals themselves to them, but they get cops involved, I think, because the cops do show up. But they also do crazy stuff, like they run after them into like streets and stuff, and they block traffic.
That's pretty
Like,
bad.
I'm like, I get it. Like these people, some of them most likely are actual those type of people.
Oh, are these fake or not?
I haven't watched enough to know if they're really fake, but supposedly the people that came with him said on like certain streams, like they got paid or something like that to be with him to go just watch like
Well,
supposedly a
these are
fake
the
thing.
side guys, right? They're not the predators themselves.
No, no, I'm talking about like celebrities that So I don't know if they were. They said they like
But
some
the
were in on
celebrity
it.
said that he paid them to go with
No, no,
him.
yeah to
He paid celebrities
follow
to come with him.
yeah. Where
Well, that makes sense.
no, but he said that they like. I have to look up the guy. Let me look it up. One guy said that it was fake. Like he just watched.
It was
He
all
just
fake.
the predator part was fake.
Oh,
Which means not. All I know is it was like maybe one instance could have been faked, but I don't watch his streams enough to know like how he does his on the regular. I mean, he has like a system. He has his people that are convincing that show up as children, and then so
I'm not. Well, I don't know. I mean, it could be fake. It couldn't. But I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't
I
think
mean, it
it's
could be because like there's this other guy named Alex Rosen, and he finds like he like puts out a video like every week, and it's always a predator.
well. I believe it probably is actually like the way they go about it does make it easy for them to find people because there's actual I was watching a guy talking about how he gets like the most predators, like he finds them.
Yeah, they just go on Telegram, right?
Well, they used to use dating apps back then, but dating apps don't work anymore because there's too many things in between of getting to them.
Yeah, so now
Uh,
they probably used
they use Instagram, they
yeah.
use
Use
Snapchat,
Instagram.
yeah, like the DMs and stuff, and
Oh,
simple things. Like
they
these
use.
people,
I know, like apparently they use a lot of
they said
Telegram.
they get the men easier, which
Yeah,
makes sense. They said any woman predator they're the hardest. Like they are truly the most like the smartest of them all. There, like
yeah. It's the,
they won't go for anything. Like they no bait, no bait, no bait. Which I'm like Jesus Christ. Vitaly faking. Let me see. But yeah, I've seen some clips. They're pretty crazy. I mean, I don't know how much you've seen, but
I've only seen clips. That's it.
Oh, so there was a video, I guess, where cops were involved, but people were like, these are fake cops. They don't even look like the stuff on the cop cars, the
They
tags and
could be
stuff.
fake. I've seen like guys wearing like SWAT gear, but it was obvious they wore it.
Yeah.
What?
Maybe, like, there could be aspects that are probably fake, but most likely the actual people they're going after aren't. And that's the whole point of the chase. But I will say it's like it's a weird thing to be doing. I mean, I get the point of why you would do it, I guess, but
Well, I mean, there's a big market now. They found out. It's like
yeah, they're freaking it's like what's his
it's like
name?
a lot of people watched Chris Hansen back then.
Or Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, it's like
Dog the Bounty Hunter is technically not police, but he works with them.
yeah.
I don't really get how bounty hunters are illegal, but I mean I do now, sort of. I get how they're legal, but
I mean, they're just Bond. They're
I
well, the
know,
ones
but
now are just
it's just
Bond
funny
agents.
because like they technically don't wear, they don't have guns or anything. They got
Yeah.
like don't ever use like paintball guns or like tasers maybe, but
Yeah, the bounty hunters in Star Wars are a lot cooler
yeah, they get their people and make a lot of money.
because they kill people.
Oh yeah, they kill people. That's the main thing. Yeah, but they kill people. That's it.
Yeah, it's like the bounty hunters of the old Wild West
Yeah, we just murder everything.
when they were servants of the court.
We have no problem murdering. Oh,
They
did
like
you
that
see?
one.
Uh,
What?
Jamie Lee Curtis apologized, I guess, for her wicked MCU burn at Comic Con.
What was so bad about that? Who cares?
You saw what I'm talking about, though. All she said. They were
Yeah, I
asking
saw
what,
an IGN post about
because
it.
they say, yeah, what phase of the MCU, and she was like, what did she say? The end or whatever. It's just like,
I mean, yeah, she's not wrong.
I don't see what's bad about her just making literally a joke.
Oh yeah, like
Like,
a joke.
people can't like say anything anymore without people thinking it's wrong every time. It's
Was there
insane.
anyone who thought she was wrong? Like,
No,
'cause I didn't
barely.
even.
People in the comments are like, people just say I hate IGN. That's all they do.
Yeah, I mean, I hate IGN too.
So
Like,
like no one even should care. But
I don't even know if this is real.
yeah, like what if I just
This
uh
could this could just be like horseshit. Like,
I haven't what was the other new Batman Caped Crusader came out. I haven't watched it yet. It's already getting a season 2, I
I
think.
did. It was all right. I think
People
Batman is being Batman, and
people
yeah,
are
Detective Comics.
annoyed but they said the story is good, but there's elements that are forced with these
What
agendas,
do they mean by that?
like Penguin being a woman.
Penguin's a woman?
Yes, people are losing their minds
Well, I can already see where this is going, right?
because it's
Some people are gonna be like, well, who cares if it's a woman?
it
And
it's more
then,
about her not being like uh the characterization is all off supposedly like because like
oh, it's also off.
it's
Well,
not
I
like
mean, that
I
sucks.
think it's still the pay. I haven't seen it yet, but also Harley Quinn. They're the people are also saying like they're sort of ruining her because like she's saying how like the how she's like, oh, I'm happy to not be related to like Joker stuff. And I'm like, but your origin is with the Joker. I'm like,
Oh yeah, I mean, okay, I do understand that they're like trying to separate
yeah,
her
as
from
like a
Joker,
an
even though
IP by
that's like
itself.
separating Robin from Batman.
Yeah, don't do that. There's 5.
Yeah, I
That's
mean, they tried to kind of like it was like a weird phase for Nightwing, but
no, it works for the people who grow up, but
maybe in that case, well then in that case you'll have to say that Harley Quinn is growing up.
she's trying, but it fails every time by every round. It's either be okay. I like the show. I like everything Harley Quinn, but every time she's trying to be like defiant, I'm like, that's good and all, but for your character,
They're always
like,
trying to push that way though.
but they're always pushing that way.
Well, that's the only way they got now. I mean, I'm not saying it's a good way,
I know.
but I mean, at this point, it's inevitable, right? Like,
I'm
it's
just
inevitable
saying,
that
it's
they're
been
gonna always
happening.
try to hammer this down. They're
They're
always going
yeah,
to
I
try.
know. It's gonna be there's gonna be a shift where it's more Defiance years than her being related like to Joker
Yeah,
mythology.
like Yeah, those I think those days are long gone now.
Oh,
Probably
it's
they're
ridiculous.
nothing.
I'm not mad. I'm just, it's, I can see it. Like when something's
I
being
know everyone can
pushed,
see it, bro. Everyone can see it.
I know, but
It's
like,
inevitable.
but they don't care.
Nobody cares. What are you
Oh,
gonna do about it? You can't
nothing.
do anything about it. Have you seen Star Wars?
I'll be
That's why
coming.
everyone makes a fuss about everything in Star
They
Wars.
showed a picture of a bee wing, and people said this one picture's better than all of Acolyte.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't even know a bee wing existed. I feel like my lore is.
I mean, the thing that's happening, I don't know. I don't care, but like, if you from what you said, you don't really like what they're doing with Harley Quinn.
It's more
I mean,
about.
that's just the only way they're going to go that route. It's like inevitable. They're going to go that
Let me
route.
reset out. I'm okay with her trying to be herself. It's just that every version that's put on the screen now is that instead.
Yeah, that's
Verse.
going to
That's all.
now
It's
change the
changed her.
entire.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It's going to become the new de facto Harley
Her.
Quinn.
Yeah.
She
What
is no
she
longer going to be,
represents.
you
And I get
just
that
Joker's
because she hasn't
sidekick.
been with Joker's side in a long time either. So there is that. I'm just saying. Uh, there's gonna like
Yeah, they're
she's
going for the
becoming
liberated Harley
she's
Quinn.
becoming so far separated that I feel sad about it because I'm like, well, I still like her connected still in some way with the Joker stuff. I mean, they did the last time you really saw that big was like the first Suicide Squad movie, and after that, movie wise, like live action, it's been no, I'm my own person. I'm like, that's good, but for how long? Comics is circular. Like you'll come back, you'll.
I mean, if it happens enough, it'll become the
I
regular.
know, and if I mean, to be honest, it already has, but
Yeah, like
it's just one of those things where, but the Penguin thing, I can see why people be mad about that. I'm not angry. I'm just like, I don't get why you do that. I'm sorry, I do get why you do that. I don't like why you did that. I don't like why you
why do you? Wait, so why would you do that?
they did that. Well, I don't think Bruce Timm, the guy who's behind it, the guy who did the original Batman animated series as well, wanted immediately to make it a woman. I bet like it was like other like the writing room, like they were like, I feel like it's a very Gen Z thing because why else would you change the character to a woman nowadays or
Why do you
any.
think they changed it to a woman?
Well, I have to watch it to see like what else did they change because I don't see the implication of changing it because this Batman show is meant to be set like in the 30s, like it's meant or like early days of Batman. That's why he has like the early version of what he looked like, how he was drawn back in 1939. But and yet Penguin is a woman. That's I don't get it. I'm like, you can make everything else perfect, and yet you're like, no, we gotta switch this one.
Uh,
I oh, just annoying.
that's representation, man. We need more women.
For what in the 30s? Oh,
Whoa, what do you? I don't know.
I mean,
I
there
don't
was
believe it.
women's
I don't
suffrage,
care.
but there was.
I don't care about DC, but I get what you mean because I
At least
mean,
you get
that's
it.
just how things are now.
That's all I mean.
That's just how all things are now.
Yeah, because sadly, it's not even a DC thing. Because if it was, that
It's
would be.
a industry-wide thing.
Yeah, it's literally every single goddamn IP. And by the way, now because there was an actor that talked about how IPs are ruined now. Because IPs back then used to be like certain type of plots. Instead, IPs are like anything can become an IP now. Like any character slash any just like, oh, this has to be an IP. Why? Let's just ruin the whole thing.
Yeah,
And I've seen that. Yeah, it went to like a high school setting was an IP. Like different. Like back then, it was very simple like logic, which made movies better. Now it's all about IP farming and just
yeah. I feel
making.
like the multiverse idea kind of also
Oh yeah, that probably ruined everything, which
it also
sucks.
made things
That
worse.
sucks because I like multiverse stuff, but it has not been
But
represented
now,
well.
like, there's no consequence.
Well, yes, in the
There's
comics.
no
Well, that's
structure.
true. In the comics, the reason why I like the multiverse stuff because it was more about the characters in those other worlds more so than how they're interacting with the main world.
Yeah, yeah. But back then it was like that. But now I feel like the multiverse
Yeah,
stuff is
because
just
now
an
it's more
excuse
about
to do
those.
something bad.
Yeah, it's all about the main world interacting with everything else. Which I'm like, why are you doing that? I like multiverse
Like
stuff. So
Ken,
I like those, you know, those Elseworld like just books where it's talking about these characters in a different light because it's on a different world, and I'm like, okay, cool story.
Yeah,
But
like back to how Spider-Man War,
yeah, like those type of
were, like
things.
really unique, like really cool
Yeah.
stuff.
Instead, now it's
It's
how do
now
they, how it's all. I'm like, I don't care if it's all like they're a
now it's
separate thing.
slightly different. Now they're
Oh, I mean, the best is Spider Verse, but actually, I don't like the book. The book is I don't mind having multiple Spider-Men, but there is
I
a
feel like
big
they're a bit overboard with it.
there is an idea how Spider-Man of the character itself gets diluted compared to other characters having multiverse versions. The character of Spider-Man gets horribly diluted with his counterparts because um the whole point of Spider-Man is that you like the character of Peter Parker. Like, yes, he's heroic and has
Yeah,
this cool
but now
side,
every single
but
Spider-Man, yeah,
now they're
there's like
all
multiple
Spider.
different
Like
Spider-Man.
it's like no, the, yeah, you start to care
That is the
anymore.
weird part. Yeah, hold up. Yeah, like someone like Batman,
It works with
it's
Batman
always
because
Bruce Wayne,
it works.
except for very, very rare occasions, like
Yeah,
Owlman.
well, yeah. Well, in certain versions, Owlman is his long, lost brother or half brother, but most cases it's a uh. Actually, I don't know. On Earth, the original Owlman, I don't think he's Bruce Wayne. Or no, he is. I was
No,
gonna say he is.
that's what I'm saying. Like Owlman is
Yeah.
a special case.
Well, some cases it is Bruce Wayne from a different Earth, from Earth 3 or whatever, the Earth of the Crime Syndicate, where you have Ultra, not Ultra, yeah, Ultraman. It's pretty crazy when you have all the
Like
Superman
that Owlman is
counterparts.
Bruce Wayne.
If I recall, it is, but they don't have like a lot. I don't know like every backstory of him because they haven't exploited it too much. Like that team they talked about Earth 2. That's what it is. Earth 2 is I could be horribly wrong. It's been a while because Earth 2 used to be a good planet. Now then it became a bad planet. Then it's a good planet. And when I say planet, I mean Earth from a different Earth. But all these retcons, it gets in your head. But I still like DC for that because I don't know, it keeps me on my knees. I don't know what the term is. It keeps me on my feet. Yeah, my knees. uh,
Frankly, I just don't give a shit.
that's a good ender to a podcast if you said
Frankly, I just don't give a shit.
just every time we talk. And yeah, frankly, we could talk for 2 years straight. That's how you.
Yeah, but I think at the end of the day, frankly, I just don't give a shit.
Uh, what else? We talked about Deadpool Wolverine last time. There's that.
Oh yeah, I saw the Gambit thing. I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen the Gambit
I
stuff.
love it. People took it
I
like
People
seriously.
took it literally, but
Like
I don't mind.
the whole
I've
point is
seen
that he's
Gambit in
making
X-Men Origins. I was gonna say Origins.
Origins,
Jesus.
New Orleans.
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
That movie sucked. Yeah.
Um,
That,
I like Channing Tatum's.
at least Channing Tatum was actually being Gambit. That guy,
Yeah,
that is barely Gambit. It's just the cards that guy had, and that was it. He didn't even have like an accent or anything. This was, Channing Tatum was born for it. I enjoyed it, and of course I know like it's a heavier more made fun of accent, but I can see it working though. Like I can actually see him. I think I was iffy back then because I was like I don't know, but looking back I'm like I'm okay. I can't think of any other actor, and he actually likes the role and likes the comic and everything. you know.
yeah.
I
I
mean
like
I don't know
the
how many clips you've
how
seen, but
he talks.
oh yeah. I was born for
Oh,
shit.
oh, you know how long I've been waiting for this. Oh, about to make a name for myself.
You don't understand how I've never had a bigger smile hearing that in my life. I was like, it's camp. I was like,
Oh, you know how long I've been waiting for this.
yeah, what an innuendo. Or I mean, like because he has been waiting for that long.
That's so good. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny.
There was a part where they were like,
You know how long I've been waiting for this.
Deadpool said, to all of them, "It's like, are you ready for this?" And he's like, I don't know if I'm ready for this, but damn, my dad shut me out right.
Yeah, I heard about that. I thought we could.
He was like, "What the hell?"
I was like, what's up, dog?
Oh, he said some nasty stuff, but because of the
Yeah,
accent, you can barely understand what the hell he said.
that's probably why he got away with it.
Oh yeah, but I was able to hear. I was like, "What the frick is he talking?" I'm like, I don't remember him being this dirty. The whole
Oh
time, like there was
man,
multiple scenes where he'd say like the most explicit stuff.
that was just funny.
I've been waiting for this. People are so angry. They're like, "Why does he talk like that?" I'm like, these people haven't watched the movie.
Which I've never really seen any other iteration of Gambit.
The
But I
whole point
really
is that he has a. It's meant to. His actual accent is a New Orleans accent, not a
yeah.
French.
No, I thought it was Cajun.
It is, but like he is from New Orleans. But people are
Oh,
saying, well, technically his accent's meant to be more of like a French from somewhere else, like some other part of the state. They're like, oh no, you're wrong. And I'm like, God damn, these people didn't watch the movie. I'm like, it's meant to be a joke. Like, he's doing the accent, but it's, a bit exaggerated. That's all. By the way, Chang Tim, there's a video that surfaced where he has
he's
practiced
in training and he
yeah.
wears the trench coat. I saw that. That was
No, but
awesome.
he's been practicing doing a Cajun accent for like a decade.
That's
Like
crazy.
the man, he wanted Gambit. He wanted.
You know how long I've
I've
been
been
waiting for
waiting for
this?
this.
It's so-
Yeah, yeah, shit, mon ami.
I remember like back then when I heard about it, it was like way, way back then. You guys told me how Channing Tatum was supposed to be Gambit.
Oh yeah, then they just
And I
like,
searched like Gambit and I was like, I can't, that's a pretty big Gambit. But then when I never really got into
he
Gambit, but
looked
like,
awesome on screen.
yeah, he looked awesome
By the way,
as Gambit.
it
I was
was a
like,
practical suit.
no.
At
But somehow
first,
like after just hearing about that,
oh
and
yeah,
like
yeah. At first, I
hearing
I
like
didn't
Channing
know.
Tatum being Gambit, in my mind, even though it never happened, he was Gambit. Like you're saying that has solidified him as Gambit in my head.
Yeah, well, now that he has been Gambit, I'm like, oh, I see him as Gambit now. They done it.
He is Gambit.
And people are so angry. That's not my Gambit. I'm like, first of all, the first time you ever heard him talk was in X-Men 92. Okay, so you just imagined his voice based on the comic for so long. Actually, they only had to imagine like 3 years because Gambit was introduced in '89 or something like that, and then the cartoon came out like in '91 or '92.
Oh.
And even in that, like he's an interesting guy because he's
I was surprised he was able to move like that.
oh
And
yeah, I will say he looked
hope and
he looked like
everything.
a bigger Gambit, but it worked.
Yeah, yeah. He looked really good in the costume.
I was like, oh, I loved like he threw a card at Wolverine. He was pissed. He was drinking his whiskey or whatever.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, did anyone ever teach you that you don't touch another man's whiskey? Wolverine
He's
just,
just preached the
just
Bible.
go F yourself the whole time. That's the most lines I've ever heard. Logan, he literally said, go F yourself at least 50 times. That's all he said. The whole movie,
Oh
it's like his
man.
main lines.
For some reason, IGN just doesn't like the movie.
That's because they're suckers. They
But
just
now
can't.
they won't stop posting about it.
Yeah. That's how you know, like, there's probably an agenda, and the people that actually work there maybe are actually, like, have a brain and, realize what's good, what's not, but they, their job does not allow them to convey really
Yeah.
thoughts. Like, some people there, I like the old timers that are still there, which I'm
Like that
surprised.
one, what's his name? Destin?
He left, I think. I could be
He
wrong.
left?
I could be wrong. I just haven't seen him
I
on
wouldn't be
video.
surprised if I saw his own.
He was the Destiny
He
guy,
has his
right?
own channel, right? It's called Destin.
Destin was the Destiny guy, right? The Destiny podcast.
I don't know. He was the one guy that like made that one good IGN video about like calling out all these publishers.
He
About
I think that's this guy. They had the Destiny. They had a PlayStation podcast and Xbox podcast, and the
really?
Destiny one lasted till um either like Forsaken or something, or Shadowkeep.
I he was the guy. He
He
recently
was
the last thing
awesome.
I remember from it was like he made like a video on IGN. It was like calling out he was calling out the game industry for something, and everyone was like, "Man, this is what IGN needs to be." And like everyone was praising that video, and it was
Well,
uploaded on IGN, and now you're telling me he's gone?
I just haven't seen him in videos, so he could have taken another role like producer or something
Oh,
instead of. But then again, I'm not watching IGN on the regular, so I just see the clips pop up like
I
the big
just
like.
see, I see, I watch their YouTube. I only get news from them on Instagram. So
That's an interesting way. Yeah, that's a very skewed look at them. Actually, not really. It's the real look.
that is the real look. I mean, everyone could even like that's probably the most direct look you can get.
That's the most direct one.
Like,
Probably. I remember back then when
that's what I'm talking about. Even on YouTube, everyone clowns on
yeah,
them.
yeah, or no, on YouTube it's all clowning.
Oh yeah, Instagram they clown.
It's probably worse clowning now. Oh no, G4 had it worse.
What? Which one?
The
Back
the
then or
new
the
one,
one coming back?
the
The
new
new
one.
one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They
That
also
was
clown
worse
on that one.
because no one was likable.
Yeah.
They and
Dude, did
besides,
you even hear like
are
what's
they
it called? You know
alive anymore?
Gerard?
No, I'm just,
The
who's that woman again? The
Frosk?
what does she even do now?
I don't know.
That's what happens. You don't have a platform, you're a god.
But
What about what? Who? You
one of the
said?
guys on there was like the completionist,
Oh,
and
that's how much I
even
know.
he came out with like a scandal. Like he's been like he hasn't been donating this charity money that he's been collecting.
Oh,
Like and
you
because
know,
he hasn't been donating it, like
I only watched the new G4 because they had a video series, the new one called it had Kasim G in it.
who's that?
He's you remember Kasim G? He I don't know his back. Let me look it up. He's been doing videos now with Bruce Green and uh oh my god, what's his name? They were from Funhouse. Bruce and
Oh, Bruce and
the other he's like a big
yeah,
huge.
I know.
He's you never heard you
Is
probably
Thunder still going on?
no it's over because of
Oh,
um
his Rooster Teeth is
yeah
over?
they had their final stream a couple months ago.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty sad. I never felt so sad because I actually knew everyone on there.
So they're actually gone now?
Yeah. Well, they separately, do stuff. Like a lot of them were streamers at the time as well, so I still watch
Oh,
them.
so
I still
it's like
actively,
they
like for instance, what's his name? Oh my god, the main two, that James and his wife,
yeah.
blonde one. They were on Smosh recently, on Smosh Games, doing like a Batman
Wait,
impression.
Smosh Games is back?
It's been back.
Are they actually doing good?
I watch it all the time. I've been
Are they
watching
doing good?
Smosh back again. I've been rewatching Smosh before Anthony came back for at least since I got back into it maybe in 2021 or 2020, and I
Or is
rewatched all his
Smosh
old
Games
because
actually good?
I have fun because I like the cast, like the newer cast that's been around now. I say newer, but some of them have been around now for at least quite a few years. They're just funny as hell.
Oh.
Like you have Shane, you got still Shane's been there for almost 10 years. A couple new
I thought
ones.
didn't they get like shut down at one point?
Defy shut down 2018 and took all their money, all that horrible stuff with Defy.
Yeah, and then, wait, didn't they get bought they got bought by
They got
Good Mythical
by
Glory?
Good Mythical, and
Yeah.
then when Anthony came back, they asked Good Mythical if they can like rebuy the company, and they did. So smart, like
So
Anthony
now
and
they're
Ian,
independent?
Anthony and Ian own Smosh again, and it's been pretty good.
Oh wow, they had a happy ending.
Yeah. Uh, or a happy re-beginning, or
Oh.
Uh, and the good thing is, because people are like, well, with him back, is everything going to change? The good thing is, no. Anthony was like, I am not here to destroy what has been working for the last, since I've been gone. Uh, instead, he surges Anthony's more doing the main Smosh stuff. That's his primary thing, while all the cast members, they took a back seat with the main channel, and instead they full force everyone with everything else, which, makes sense because Anthony and we're like, this is our baby. We're back now. We're gonna take over the main channel. Just us
Are they
two.
actually doing good?
They have better numbers than ever. They they
Than ever?
revitalized they've revitalized what that channel's meant to be again, because for a while they were stuck on doing like certain type of videos, like every blank ever type videos, and they they even said during the podcast, one of their podcasts, they were like they they felt like they didn't understand like the point of the channel anymore. It was sort of misguided, and I get that. I mean, they were doing it for so many years, they just didn't know what to do. But then when Anthony came back, it felt like brand new direction. They both co-wrote the new episodes. They had a TV show they made on YouTube, but it's under YouTube memberships. Like they made like a fake TV show or sitcom.
Oh,
They've been doing a lot of stuff.
so they're actually legitimately back.
I I feel like they're back. Like they get people all the time on there, like like friends and stuff from other channels. But yeah, the ones with James and Elise, that's her name, Elise. They did a
Oh,
Smosh games where you know that board. It's like a board game where you ask the other person. You both have like a set of characters like with their faces, and you ask them like
yeah,
the
you try to guess
yeah,
who?
yeah. They did that as like one side's all Batman's, and then James was the Joker.
Oh,
And it was probably one of the funniest videos I've seen in a while. Them like in character. Wow, man,
oh,
I do miss Funhouse though, because uh
yeah.
last like before Funhouse ended, they got Dragon Force to be on it,
Huh.
the band. There are a couple of the members.
Wait, so they had to end because Rooster Teeth
Yeah,
ended?
well, because their parent company was Rooster Teeth.
Oh, they couldn't go independent?
They no.
Or they couldn't, like, separate and become something else?
Um, it never seemed like they could. They never talked about it. So I'm assuming that their
They could
like
have just reformed under a new entity.
they they could have, but there could have been like a contract with Funhouse itself, like the actual channel
Oh.
was solely.
Well, now, like, it's gone for good.
Actually, I don't know if the YouTube channel's down necessarily, but they just
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I know, but, like, they're
yeah,
ceased
yeah, they're oh yeah, they
operations.
ceased operation, so out of the offices and everything.
That's a shame.
Yeah,
Did you hear, like,
it really.
Captain Sparkle is gone now, too?
I heard, but I didn't hear why.
He's just retired.
Oh, okay. I guess he has the money to retire.
Everyone's retiring now.
I guess they have the money though.
That's why, like, I was pretty surprised when Smosh came back.
I mean, the funny thing is, what's his name has not retired. Uh, PewDiePie. He just changed how he looked.
Isn't he also technically retired?
Well, I mean, he's semi-retired, as in like he doesn't do the same type of videos anymore. Now he just does like every couple weeks to a month almost. He'll put out a video about his life.
Yeah, but other than that, he's retired.
Oh yeah, well, yes, to
He
like
still posts, but
yeah, he's not on the
he's
grind. He's
done.
not doing them. Yeah, it's not the same. So I guess you can call it like I call it semi-retirement. He's still there. It's just not as active.
She's doing it on the
Which
side.
good for him. I mean, his life in Japan, you know, very interesting. Now he has a son and everything. So he has that life, and then I still watch. Well, I watch Trash Taste here and there. The podcast.
I'll watch that.
I watch it here and there. You know who that is, though, right?
I think they're just like guys in Japan talking about
Yes.
stuff.
You assume they would talk about anime, but ironically, they barely talk about anime, and it's mostly just because like they're anime. They have anime channel or two
Oh,
of
right,
them.
so they're anime oriented or no?
Well, originally, but when you watch 200 episodes, you realize they just talk about anything in the world, like like sort of like us, but more so like they have topics, but they would
Oh,
talk about from TV shows to just different things that they've been doing it. And then Connor, uh, the English guy, well, just two of them, but he's been doing those for Twitch, like the fundraisers, um, for IDF, immune. I don't remember the freaking disorder.
what, the Israeli Defense Force?
No, there's a big joke about that because there's a immune deficiency something disease. Um, for Mouse, that VTuber. There's a famous
Iron
VTuber,
Mouse?
Iron Mouse. Yeah, she has
Yeah.
like a blood disease or something, and
Oh, really?
he's been doing fundraisers like on the bike. Uh, every year he goes like 8 days, and I forgot how many miles, but he goes on the bike for 8 days straight. I mean, he takes his rest, um, and to get money, and he made like I don't even remember, it was like 500,000 or something like that recently. And I was like,
Really?
God, it's the biggest, yeah, it's the biggest fundraiser they've ever done for Twitch. Uh,
Hmm.
so he's been doing that lately for his channel. And then you have Joey, the anime man, who doesn't watch anime.
Really?
Yeah, it's the big joke where when they
Oh,
talk,
that's funny.
he's called the anime man,
That's
but he
pretty.
doesn't really watch anime anymore. He reads manga, but not a lot of anime. And then you have Garnt, who does anime related stuff on his channel.
Yeah, no, I never watched them.
I I don't watch them regularly, but I watch them enough to know what's happening here. The podcast, I don't watch every episode anymore. I just get bored. Also, I just don't have the time. Well, I don't have the time to just sit there and listen for 2 hours every.
Yeah, if I do something that long, I gotta be doing something else.
Which I assume most people do with this
Yeah, I don't think
podcast.
anyone like just sits there and listens to a podcast
Actually, I do
just
for the channel
from that.
Comic Pop because there's a visual component to it, but also, um,
Like for YouTube videos in general now. So like I don't
oh
even if they
really?
have visuals, I just listen. I
You know
just
what's
hop
funny
in
for
there and
TV
listen.
shows? I don't have ADHD, but I just feel like I get bored sometimes watching something. So in order to stay like trained on it, I'll play like my guitar or something and stand up and move around while I'm watching something. And
Oh,
it makes me just like focus more instead of like when I'm sitting watching something. When you're so like sort of inert or not moving, I feel like I get bored easier.
really?
Yeah, it's a weird thing, but it only happens sometimes. Like if I'm watching something long. Like I'll be watching a movie and then like in the middle of it, I'll be like, let me go to YouTube,
Oh,
and then I'll go right back to it. But my brother, when he was watching those Star Wars marathon, it took him like a freaking month because he'll take like a week to watch a movie or finish it. And I'm like,
really?
okay, it does not take me that well. I'll finish it in the same freaking sitting if I have to, but
I mean,
I've
I
never
don't know.
done
I think
that
like
where I've started something and didn't finish it till later.
oh, did you look into the Mr. Beast stuff?
Um, I heard that the gambling thing you were talking about. What's the validity of it? No, the illegal
Really?
gambling, or
The problem is like the
I heard
problem
it
people
went to
said
there's a court case about it. Maybe
there is. I didn't even hear about that. Wow.
I could be wrong, but supposedly like nothing to be worried about. Like the channel goes up.
Well, I don't know because like now, I don't think that's the only thing, but
It's
like
funny how there's two big like you have the Tyson thing and then
it's like now he's like there's like what a big cover up, like the biggest cover up in YouTube history is happening now. They're like re-editing certain videos. They're deleting comments. So I don't know if they're deleting videos, but they're re-editing videos.
oh yeah, I've been seeing the
They're
comments being deleted and stuff.
um and like upper echelon just uploaded something else talking about it, but I haven't actually been able to look into that stuff. I haven't actually watched any videos on it.
Yeah, there was I guess there's a video a
A lot of
guy.
stuff happened this week,
Oh, what else?
but did you see Donald Trump with Aiden Ross and XQC?
Oh, I didn't see that.
You didn't know?
I was too busy looking
Well,
at
I couldn't
I
believe
was
it.
too busy realizing that people are thinking Kamala Harris is
It's
their
actually got a chance.
or no, is there like did the DNC even happen? Like how is she their person?
Uh,
I think it just happened maybe, or isn't it August or September? The DNC. Let
I
me look
don't
it up.
know. Wait, you hear
DNC.
what's it called? Is the VP for her is
Yeah,
Tim
so
Walz or
I heard
something?
something that he's like a great like his ideas are
I heard like he's also
he's also
kind
out there
of
supposedly.
yeah.
Which I'm like, well, what's better than two people? What's
I don't know.
and the
I
way
just don't know.
the big problem with Kamala Harris is the way like she laughs at things that make it creepy. Like she'll just start
That's
laughing
not
at
my big
anything.
problem. I got a huge no
No, I know,
problem.
but it's a factor of her that's really weird. She laughs at any time she ever talked. She's laughing at stuff that's really weird. Like she just starts laughing, and then she has a hand wavy way of talking where it feels like
It's
nonsense.
because she's trying to keep up, what's it called?
Appearance, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, appearances, yeah.
Yeah, but she never like says anything like very specific. Like, so, how do I explain? Like, when she talks, she's talking about like certain subjects, like
Yeah,
inflation.
like I know, you're talking about the inflation thing, right? How
But
money
it's
went
never
up.
like
And on
very
one
to the
video, she's like,
yeah.
money has gone up, and it's hard to buy
Or
things now.
the border
And
thing.
this has affected all
The
of
border
like,
thing was like just don't or something like that. Don't even. The word was just don't. I'm like, what? What is this campaign? Wait, DNC. Oh yeah, what was the? I didn't know Trump talked to Aiden.
okay, so here's the funny thing.
Okay,
So,
let me. By the way, I'm just gonna say this. I don't. Of course, I don't know the guy. I don't watch really Aiden Ross that much, but he doesn't
Ross is
seem like a.
stupid.
Okay, okay, good. Okay.
Ross is
He
stupid.
seems like a person that doesn't have his crap together.
Oh, have you heard some of the stuff he says?
Didn't he lose
You know
like 30?
XQC, right?
Yeah, I used to think he was like a nut job, but it's just the way he talks.
XQC actually, like, he went to college for chemical engineering or
It
whatever.
the way the guy talks, I couldn't understand like if he
Sure.
was smart or dumb or. Like,
Chad, is this real?
where is he from? Like Canada?
I
Not
don't
Canada.
know. Yeah, I think he's French Canadian. I think.
No, but he's not in Canada.
No, of course not. Who lives in
Um,
Canada?
well, Linus does. He went to his Linus Tech Tips. He went to his apartment or his building once.
Ew.
You remember
Ew.
that? Linus went to XQC to fix his computer.
Oh
He went
no.
on a
Wait.
plane just to go.
Oh, so he is in Canada. Never
No,
mind.
he had to go on a very far trip to meet XQC. So I don't know where he lives. I
Cause
whenever he talks, I'm like, I can't get a reading on this guy. I can't.
well, like there was a clip. There was a clip. How those two were talking, and
Oh, the
they
convention
were
is
talking about.
sorry, the convention's the 19th to the 22nd
Oh,
this month.
alright.
But yeah,
So there was a. Oh man, I wonder what they're gonna do. I wonder if they're gonna top the Trump one. That one was just obscenely.
what were they? How did they get together?
Well, execution Aiden Ross?
No, with the Trump
You're talking
thing.
about Trump.
The Trump,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So the Trump thing, I don't know. But Trump went there. Trump went to meet Aiden Ross, and then Aiden Ross gifted him
A
a
Cybertruck.
Cybertruck with the image
Yeah,
of him raising his
yeah.
fists and everything.
People, I just looked at this Rolling Stone article and it said Trump got a free Cybertruck from streamer Aiden Ross. Is that legal?
Who cares?
That's
Is that
their main.
legal?
Is that a concern? That's not the main concern people have.
I don't know. I mean,
What went wrong with
but
this?
basically, so yeah, they met up, and it was like just an entire. I mean, they were just talking, and Aiden Ross was just like endorsing it. It was basically Aiden Ross endorsing Donald Trump.
Oh, I forgot that he previously platformed Nick Fuentes.
Yeah, and then what else? XQC was like also there. He gave Donald Trump a handshake and everything.
Oh no, he
So
did.
now, and so after that happened, I mean, you can watch the stream for yourself. I think it was pretty funny. I think it was pretty funny.
Aiden Ross gave Trump a Rolex.
Yeah, I did not. It was the craziest
Oh
thing.
wait, they
I
actually live streamed it from his Mar-a-Lago,
Yes,
or
yeah, he was live streaming with Trump for like an hour and a half or like 2 hours,
oh my god.
and then he was like dancing and everything with him next to the Cybertruck, and
Oh, he's showing him how the Tesla works.
yeah, like, and then they were talking about like presidents and politicians and everything, and
Oh my god.
what's it called? So after that happened,
Wait,
you know
how
Kai
did?
Cenat?
Yeah, but how did the XQC like? Was he there at the same time? Or was that separate?
No, he was also there. I think it was when Aiden was showing him to his
Dude, this puts smiles on my face seeing this dumb.
It's just the craziest thing. It's like the funniest thing.
I mean, I thought Logan Paul talking to Trump was. I actually found that
Yeah, now
interesting.
like this is just wild. This is just wild. We are in the wildest
A former
like events
president
right now.
is talking to the dumbest guy in the world.
But
Wait, let me
like
look up
it was
the.
when
Yeah,
Aiden
keep
was
talking
showing
though.
him the cyber truck,
Wait,
and XQC was
XQC.
following
Did he
behind, and
dap him
then
or did he handshake him?
what?
Did he like dap him up?
I think he gave him just a hand. Trump was like, "I like your shirt. I really like your shirt," and then he gave him a handshake, and it was just wild. Um, and then, but you know Kai Cenat, right?
Yeah, I watched him actually. Yeah.
So,
He did. He just recently did that
Bloodborne, right?
chain. Oh no, but I was watching that Chain Together stream with him and Nice Speed.
Um, so, Kai Cenat said that, what's it called?
By the way, I like Kaisten a lot more than Adrian.
I mean, yeah, of course, because Kai Cenat is like he's
He's
a
actually
regular dude.
Kai Cenat is surprisingly actually he seems like a
Kai
very
Cenat is a regular dude
yeah
in a
he's actually
wrestling.
he's just a regular dude with a lot of money on streaming. That's all.
Yeah, like Kai Cenat is just a regular dude. But Kai Cenat said that he got like 5 calls from the Secret Service,
Oh
and they're
my
trying
god.
to. He didn't say. I don't think he said who, or he might have. But people are saying that Kamala Harris is trying to get him to do a collaboration stream because she saw that Aiden Ross did one with Trump.
Well,
So
if AOC can be on stream, then I mean Kamala Harris would probably do the same.
that's the thing. Like Kai Cenat, Kai Cenat said that the Secret Service has been trying to like reach him, and he's got like a bunch of missed calls from them. And at the same time, this one girl that he hasn't talked to like in 2 years,
Uh huh.
randomly out of nowhere reached out to him and was like, "You gotta start. We gotta you gotta help out the campaign."
Oh
And
my
then he's like,
god.
"What are you talking about?" But he said no, he's not gonna do it, and that because if he is gonna do it, he's just gonna speak his truths. Like he's gonna speak his mind. He's gonna say so. So he turned it down.
Why
Um,
why did XQC wear that shirt? That's so.
what is the shirt? I didn't get a
It's
close look.
just
I was just
Trump
listening.
smiling. Well, actually, Aiden Ross met Trump a while back because they took a
Yeah.
picture at UFC.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
So this isn't the first time. So that makes more sense. More context. This is insane.
That was the
How did they
funniest
get
thing.
invited to
I don't know.
the fact that they put it on stream? The fact that he was like okay with streaming.
Streamed it live.
You haven't seen that is. But that's actually pretty insane. Like to stream it.
That was just the funniest shit.
you,
That
you
was
were
wild.
saying, you know the part where Trump is in Home Alone 2
Yeah.
and he's talking to the main character. It's the same as him meeting XQC, telling him where to go. It's all...
Oh man. Oh man.
Oh like Borderlands comes out this week.
Really?
Yep.
I don't know. Are you gonna watch it?
Yeah, I'll maybe not in the theaters, but I'll eventually watch it.
Damn.
Seems like overall it does seem like it'll be like a fun movie, but
It is a movie.
yeah. I mean, Eli Roth is not a bad director, but it took like years to make this goddamn movie. It felt like maybe probably because COVID. But I did not hear about this. Is there any other crazy news like that or no?
I think there was something, but I can't think of it
Uh,
currently.
news. Let me look it up.
Um, I mean, if anything, we can you just talk about if we can't remember anything, we can talk about the Bungie stuff more. Probably just end
Um,
off of that.
do Did you see the meme or the picture of the two people at the Olympics shooting? The two types of
Oh
people?
yeah, yeah. How the Turkish dude.
Or I thought it was an Asian guy, the way he shot or something.
How like
There
yeah,
was another
the
one where,
Korean lady was
yeah,
like wearing all this stuff, and she was like anime villain or whatever,
yeah, she
and
looked like what's
like
his name from uh
something from Ghost in the Shell.
no, those like they were doing like a pose almost. It looked like as they were shooting.
Oh yeah.
What's that anime? Oh, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure type of pose.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I see
Well,
that.
yeah, then you see the guy who's wearing nothing. He's just like wearing a white shirt or something. It's
That was
insane.
crazy.
Did you see the insane thing about the other guy who was pole the pole guy?
No.
The what's that thing where they jump with the pole to go over the pole?
Oh, and he hit his nuts.
Yeah. I'm gonna
And
be
that's what
honest.
got him docked.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't get how you practice for something like this, like your whole life, and somehow this happens. Like, has this ever
Yeah,
happened during
he
practice?
got docked because his nuts.
I thought he did. I thought like it was over for him, like right then and there, because the whole bar fell.
Oh man, that's funny.
Dude,
That's gotta
his
hurt though.
nuts literally looked like they were destroyed.
Oh man, and he got points. He got points docked.
Yeah, it
So,
probably said nuts were in the way.
you know, I think he should be somewhat
But now
proud. I was
he said in
too.
an interview, he's like you know, like all these, I guess women message me now.
What? That's
I
just,
still can't believe I saw it. I was like, why is this? I'm like, what? I'm like,
that's just
the
funny.
fact that it looked like he would have died inside out. It looked like that was a harsh impact. The
That's just funny.
slow motion doesn't make it better. Oh my god. Oh, did you hear there was I think it was let me look it up. Uh bike race where person there was a person that died during a bike race, it wasn't Olympics, but it was um
Oh, that stuff was kind of dangerous.
but it was
Didn't like Gordon Ramsay almost die?
no, but I'm talking about a bicycle race
Oh,
where
yeah.
someone
Isn't that stuff kind of like yeah?
but someone
Didn't
died
like
during a bicycle race.
that's apparently yeah that stuff is pretty dangerous
I
apparently.
guess it's often. Maybe not dying, but the crashes.
Cause like well, was he wearing a helmet?
Uh I don't know. I'm looking up Brazil. I think it was in Brazil or something.
Yikes.
Mom crushed to death in freaky cycling accident in Brazil. Wait,
Yeah.
let me. A cyclist competing was killed when a giant speaker fell on her in a freak accident just
Okay,
seconds
that's
before she
completely.
finished the finish line.
Wait, what?
She was. She, a speaker fell on her like a giant speak. Oh, man, that's harsh.
How did a speaker fall?
There was like a speaker on the back of a truck and it fell over as the bikes were coming across. But I don't know if this is the actual video because this person seems alive. Maybe it fell on someone else. Oh, it did fall on someone else. Okay. But yeah, things like that is insane.
Yeah.
Just hearing that is as insane as Trump talking to Aiden Ross on stream. Or
Yeah, I
actually,
just feel
the XQC thing is even crazy.
that was just funny.
Hey, what's up, chat? I mean, Trump.
What's up, Trump?
Trump. Hey, Trump, you play CSGO?
It was just the funny. That's just weird. It was
It's
weird
now
and
that's
funny.
cringe to me.
That's cringe.
Yeah,
That's
because
just
it's.
funny to me.
I'm like, why are you doing this? Like, why is this a thing? I'm like, what?
That's just funny. Like I couldn't believe. How is that cringy? But like every other
I
video
can't
not
watch
cringy.
that because I don't know. Because I'm thinking as if I was Trump. I'm like, I can tell that. I'm like, actually, I can't tell anything because Trump must like it all. Because he seems like a guy who likes everything. He's like, I'm good with everything. Let's
The
just have
stuff you
fun.
find, I mean, maybe, but I just thought it was just, I think it's wild. It might, I don't know, it might be cringe, but I mean, I just thought it was just wild. The stuff you find cringe is so weird. Like, what?
It's cringe.
Oh, but you don't think that other, fat, greasy dude trying to be like anime main character ain't cringe?
Oh, I thought you said the guy in the factory who spun to death.
Who?
That video I sent you back then. The guy in the
How did
factory
you
got.
get that from literally?
I thought that's what you said.
No!
I'm sorry. I was thinking about. I still can't believe. Till this day, that video.
How did that video even become like the main topic, bro? I was talking about
Sorry.
cringe, and
If
then
anyone out there
you literally
wants
just went,
to,
no, no, we literally said we would cut that part out of the video, you nerd.
if anyone doesn't want to,
Oh my god.
well, never mind. It was a good video. I mean, I will say this. I don't get. Okay, actually, I almost lied. I don't get those type of videos anymore. Instead, I get there's Instagram channels that or Instagram profiles that are just called like just just crashes or just, I'm like, why am I getting this?
Okay.
But then I keep scrolling. But then I keep scrolling, and it's never in America, surprisingly.
I mean,
Maybe we keep that tight. Did you see that video of that guy who went like over 100 miles per hour into that nail salon?
no.
He was drunk. It was on the news. I saw it and I looked it up. You don't see anything graphic. You just see like the camera from like the sidewalk. This guy in a parking lot going 100 miles per hour right into a nail salon. He went through the whole building.
I didn't see that.
He was drunk. This 80-year-old guy or something went right through.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my! I'm like, I'm just I'm surprised at the things that are out there. Every day I wake up and I see something like that. I'm like, damn. I'm like, I don't see that in real life. Actually, I did see a car on fire as I was passing by once. Someone left their car in the middle of the street.
Oh.
I mean, I would too. I wouldn't be in a car with fire.
Have you heard of any of the Destiny stuff?
Not the more recent since we talked about it.
Oh, so did we talk about how Destiny 3 was never a thing?
I think we might have at first mentioned it, but I know what you're talking about. I saw more.
People thought like, Destiny 3 might be being made in
I
the
don't know why
back.
people ever thought they were making a third one.
Yeah, I mean,
I never
I don't
thought
know.
that.
I never thought
They
that
made
either,
it seem
but...
like from the get go, like this is the game now. Like we never intended to make a second, but we had
Well, I
to.
mean, here's the thing. They could do that. They could also be like, hey, well, we're actually making Destiny 3. But like, here's the problem is like,
It would
what's
just
the
start
point of
over.
Destiny 3?
They would just
Destiny
start
3 needs to introduce like the only way for Destiny 3 to make sense
a
is like
new.
it's not like games back then, right?
Yeah,
Where they make a third sequel and then they add new. They have to legitimately like
from
because
the
the last
ground
time we
up.
had a sequel, we literally spent the next 2 3 years trying to get back to what was Destiny 1.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that was
it just
bad.
doesn't make
Actually,
sense.
looking back, that was the most bare bones sequel I've ever seen in my life.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I can't believe they literally turned
Yeah,
that's what became free to play.
yeah, that's true.
So I mean, like, I don't know. And then on top of that too, like so Destiny 3 was never in production. Um what else? That payback project that Luke Smith was working on,
Hmm.
he was like a third person supposed to be like third person where that stuff like offshoot? It's not offshoot.
Oh, do you mean a
It's like
like a
it's like a
contractor,
side thing. It's
or
not. It's like offshoot, but it's not offshoot.
is it connected to?
It's connected to Destiny, but it's not. It's not a Destiny sequel. It's like a just an offshoot game.
Oh, like a
I
side,
think someone would say it might have been a mobile game.
like a side
Yeah, like a side
piece,
thing. It's not like a major installment. It's just
like
a
a
side
tie-in.
game. It's like But yeah, it wasn't even a big thing. But now that's gone, and it seems like they're all like banking Bungie as a studio now. And we talked about this months ago. Like
Yeah,
this is no longer just a Destiny problem. This is a studio wide problem. This is a Bungie problem. Um, and now like it seems like they're all banking it on Marathon succeeding because Destiny is not going to get a lot of content, if any.
oh yeah,
At
it
least
seems like these new episode things are just shorter in length of like content each time now
yeah,
compared
they're
to what
just
the
like really
seasons
bare
were.
bones stuff.
Yeah, which I'm like, oh great.
Um, and I'm like, I told you so. I talked to Vlad about it, and he's just devastated. Um,
Yeah, he's more of a fan.
he still held hope, especially since Final Shape.
I mean, I would too if I was like,
Um,
in it all the way.
I knew even if Final Shape was good, there was just no
Coming
way
back,
of fixing and coming back and improving upon this. Because if it could have been improved,
it would have.
they should have done it along. It's not that they would have, because what we know about them is even if they can improve something,
It
it's
takes
not
them
like
a
they're
year,
going
but
to, because of that stupid shit about the train and like how what's it called?
I
Oh,
remember.
you don't want to over deliver. They don't want to over deliver, and this is what or not
Instead,
over delivering
you
got
have the
to.
most under deliverance.
So yeah, instead it's just under delivering. But like so yeah, like I mean, here's the thing. Like Final Shape could have been like Final Shape was good, but like that's not going to change the problems of Destiny, right? The problem with Destiny is like just how the content is coming out, and on top of that, there's like certain mechanics in the game that just need to be expanded upon.
Yeah.
That they just don't do it. They don't evolve the game, basically, right? Um,
Yeah.
so I mean, I always knew like even if this DLC is so good, this DLC is really good, it's not going to like revitalize the game. It's not going to fix the problems people had before the final shape came out. It's just more content and more of that. Which, yeah, people have been asking more content, but also you need to add. There's got to be like a new system implemented or something to change the entire. Not change the entire game, but change how people play the game. Because at the end, after you beat the campaign, what are you doing? You're going back to Crucible. You're going back to Strikes. You're grinding out. It's just the same process, right? It's the same. You need to have more systems for people to work towards, right? And yeah, they added exotic armor, but like at the end of the day, there's just so much that people can chase. So much of that armor that you can chase. They should be adding stuff like that, but they should also be adding more like RPG like mechanics. They should be really breaking the game at this point. Like go ballistic, go crazy. Like just
Yeah.
let people go uncapped. Go just build whatever they want in terms of build crafting, right? Like something like Warframe. Um, but
I can
no,
see
I
how
mean,
it could be compared to Warframe in that like more of the seasonal structure. Like
I
compared
mean,
as
mechanically
in
they're both different games, but they're at the
yes,
end of the day,
they're
how
both
loot is distributed is kind of different. The thing with Warframe is the build crafting is just leagues ahead. It's just
it's
leagues ahead.
yeah,
They're not afraid of making you overpowered.
the only downfall, not downfall, I should say the only con, but I get it to an extent, is you know how in Warframe the cost,
Timers.
yeah, well the cost to do anything in the game is just
Oh yeah,
outrageous.
so astronomic.
It and I
That's really
get
off-putting.
the point, but it is also the game. I guess wouldn't be the best. It's not the best beginner friendly like going into it because campaign wise, like it's hard to tell someone where to go sometimes. Like you could start with
Yeah,
just pay attention to the campaign, but even then, doing the campaign, it doesn't help you with like there's so much in the game now that there really is a crazy amount of stuff in
it's
this.
like the opposite of Destiny too.
That's true.
There's like not a lot
Maybe
of
when they said they don't want to overdo it, they were like looking at Warframe. Except it's only
no, but
bad.
you have to do it like Warframe,
Yeah, but
especially a game that goes this long.
no. But I'm saying it's only bad, sort of, for like a new player to an extent. But that new
I think
player,
that's something you have to unfortunately figure out
that's true.
in
They have
at
to.
the end.
They just have to change up how a new player can get into the game better. Because there's almost nothing if you're a new player that really helps you, that guides you, like
Yeah, no,
well,
you need another player to guide you through the
like
game.
which
That's
you know
right. You need another player.
that and the currency issue where everything is astronomical.
Yeah, and
But
but yeah,
beyond that, the game is addictive as hell.
I mean,
For me, at least, you know what the good part is? It's the
there's a
grind is
lot of
there.
content, and that's
Also, there's a
good.
lot of content, and the grind is there, so you can't just get every frame like in a split second. You know, like there's like
I
40
mean, it's not
something.
even about the grind. It's about just like
No, but
respecting.
that
Like, if you
also
put time into Warframe, you will get powerful. And then it's not
yeah.
like next season they're gonna nerf you.
No, they don't really nerf that often. Maybe I don't know. No, at least
Yeah,
nothing.
like in Destiny, that's a completely different thing. Like
I
you
heard
have
they
to
just nerfed the
constantly.
mountaintop or something.
Yeah. Like they'll nerf this, they'll nerf that. They'll revitalize how armor works for the 100th time.
Yeah, but no
Um,
one cares.
they'll do this, they'll do that. And then at the same time, they take out certain. They don't do that anymore, but they did. They did take out strikes. They took out Crucible maps. They took out
Yeah, which
content
is
that
that's
players
ridiculous.
paid for.
That is people
Which,
if people
like,
pay for
now it's
stuff.
adding to the
Yeah,
content drought.
I feel bad, but Destiny is. I mean, in my opinion, it feels like a dead game.
It is a dead game.
Well, there's still player base,
Yeah, and they'll always have a player base, but guess what?
realistically, it's a dead game.
It's not getting any more meaningful
I like
content.
how
Even with Frontiers dropped, I don't know.
people call First Descendant a dead game, and yeah, it has like what, like
Apparently, like, people are still sticking. I thought that game would be dead by now, but
it has
apparently
like
people are
two
sticking with
hundred
it.
plus thousand players, two
Is it
hundred
even
thousand
like,
plus.
why are people playing it? Like,
Well, okay, there is some negatives to some of the grind because it is astronomical as well, but um, people said like there's a famous like Warframe YouTuber, and people were like in the comments of this like Twitch chat, they're like, so you play dead games, or like, you play games like that are grindy as hell, and they're like, what? He's like, I have no problem with I play Warframe. He's like, I've played Warframe for
what's
10 years.
why play First Descendant? Like, why would I play First Descendant over playing something else?
Well, let me think. Well, I haven't played the game yet. Maybe I should try it. Part of me doesn't want to because nothing's appealing, but nothing. I mean, the appealing factor is that it's
Even Paul
free.
Cassie is playing it. Like,
People are liking it, but there's aspects of it that's because it's free to play. They gotta, you know,
oh, is that why it's free to play?
yeah, it's free to play. First Ascendant.
But I
Oh,
mean, now that Destiny is
yeah,
dying, maybe they got a chance.
yeah. First Ascendant is it's an interesting game for what they got going right now. It just started, for God's sakes. Like it's not Warframe. It's not 10 years in the making or 11 years. 12. Uh, I can't wait for the 1990 whatever stuff. 1999.
Oh yeah, 1999.
I mean, I'm actually liking the lore now that I understand it just slightly more.
It's all right.
I
But
understand after that big war arc. I was like, I understand this game slightly more.
I don't know. I think Destiny's about to see its
Which really
especially now. Like,
that makes me
what is it
sad
called?
because I think of all games I've ever played in my life, Destiny, the IP, uh, it's in there as one of my games I'll never forget. I mean, besides all
Could have
the
been,
bad
could have
stuff,
been.
what it could have been, what a
And there's like people trying to for some reason people trying to like spin it. Like, I got my own bones to pick with Sony, but people are trying to spin it that it's because of Sony
it's not.
that Bungie is failing. When
It's
Sony is
definitely not.
actually, if it wasn't for Sony, they'd
They
be
would have,
dead
yeah,
a
they'd be
long time
dead.
ago.
Yeah.
Somehow, like, I mean, I mentioned to it in the beginning, or like maybe before the podcast, Bungie spent 3.6
Yeah, to
billion. They somehow
acquire.
blew through 3.6 billion with a B, billion
Yeah.
in 2 years. How do you do that?
Well, didn't they
And what do
spend
they
that?
have to show for it?
I thought they spent that to acquire them, right? Or
Yes.
oh, okay.
But like apparently 1.4 billion was for staff retention. Do you know how much
How much staff do they have at the time?
I think maybe close to 1,000 or so. They have only a little over 850 now because they let go of what, like close to 400 people. Actually, no, they let go of like 100 or 150 like before Final Shape, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, they had that.
They're
Yeah,
paying out people like Michael Salvatore's gone.
yeah, they're all.
So, like, do you know how much 3.6 billion pays?
That makes no sense. I mean,
Like, okay, like even if okay, this is not how it works, but like just so you understand, like for example, like well, average salary for like a programmer is probably what, like 100K.
yeah,
I looked at like
that's an
what, 75
average.
to 90,
Yes, it's a
maybe
yeah,
80, but for simple math, let's round it to
yeah.
100K.
Depending on the state, but yeah,
So if everyone, even though CEO gets paid like two millions and 2 millions,
the devs,
even if
yeah.
like what's his name, Pete Parsons,
Who's that? That was
the CEO of Bungie or whatever,
says yeah. What about
the
him?
guy who was like they caught, like people were saying how the Parsons was like like he was caught like spending like two like selling $2 million cars and stuff on another website,
Oh,
and people were criticizing him for that. But he said that even if he like took like a million, couple million, like that shouldn't leave a debt in 3.6 billion. All right, here's the thing, like 850 workers right now, right?
mm-hmm.
850. So what? Like, you know what? Okay, actually, they should have had around 1,000. So let's like
Yeah, they're not all game
thousand,
devs, but yeah,
1,200, 1,200, right?
yeah.
That's because like what, 400, about 400 had got let go. It's not exact, but like let's just round it. 1,200 before they
Yeah,
were
now
let go
800. Yeah.
for Final Shape. So 1,200, what times up by 100K. So hang on, I'm gonna, where's my phone? Oops, wrong button. So 1,200 times what, 100K. Every year you'd be paying at least 120 million.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like what?
That's nothing.
That's nothing. That's like 10% of a billion. That's like a little over. That's like 12% of a billion. That's 12% of 1 billion, and they got 3.6 billion.
So that's like
That's per
3%.
year.
That's like
That's
3%
per
of
year. And 1.4 billion should pay for what, the next 10 years, right?
yeah.
To retain a staff of 1,200 workers if everyone got paid 100K. And you could say, okay, fine. Not everyone will get paid that much. Not everyone gets paid that much. Not everyone gets paid
Oh yeah. Well,
100K. Some
all,
people get paid even more than 100K,
all those
right?
people are getting paid all sorts of different because depending on their jobs. It's like I wonder how many of them are game devs, how many art design, how many
Not
are.
everyone makes 100K,
No, no, no.
and at
Some
the
make
same time,
more,
not
some make
everyone
less.
makes 100K. Some people make 300. Some people make even up a millions. The suits make millions and stuff. But even then, how much are you paying out that you burned through $3.6 billion?
Is the
Like
money
even
just
if they
going to
paid
the
more,
game itself?
like, but what's in the game? That's $3.6 billion.
All
And that's the
the
thing. That's if they weren't making revenue.
the
That's not counting for the revenue they make in during that time, right?
do they still do mocap anymore?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
think
It doesn't
so.
look like they do mocap. Have you
No.
seen it? But like, even then, like 3.6, if you use all of that for staff retention, that pays what? I did like the math. It was like
That goes
around like what,
into
30 years.
yeah.
That pays for the next 30 years
Well,
alone.
that goes into marketing. That goes into there's a lot of other
Marketing.
stuff.
What marketing?
Huh?
What marketing?
Destiny marketing. They get the
What
money.
marketing though? Have you seen any marketing?
Well,
What
when the
marketing?
final shape.
Oh, okay. What, like the live action trailer?
Well, any of the trailers they showed
You're
it.
telling me a trailer costs that much for
No,
marketing?
I'm not. I'm just saying that's another factor of
I know what
money.
you're saying, but come on, man. 3.6 billion going
Look,
through
I
in
don't know
two
where it
years?
went. They probably
What are
just did
they
something wrong, and
marketing? What kind of marketing? I only saw a trailer. There's not even a live action trailer.
there was. Well, you knew about
Yeah,
it. They had ads.
they have ads. What, the
Yeah.
ads cost 2.5 billion?
Maybe they're just not good with their money. I don't know what to tell you.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying.
They're
Like, what?
busy making these.
Oh, we're putting it back into the game. Okay, where is it? Why are the episodes so dry?
Hey, I don't have the
Why
answer
are the
for you.
episodes so dry? Why is everyone complaining about content in this game? Where's that billion in, huh? Where's the billion? Well, oh, marketing? Okay, I only saw, what, like, animated trailers. Like, 2, 3 animated trailers of, like, the rest is just spliced up images of what's in the game. What is on the marketing? Like, what's
Well,
marketing?
no, I
Like,
meant like the ad, like the to pay for the ads themselves.
yeah. To put the ads up?
Yeah, to get them out there.
Okay, how much does that cost?
Not 3 point whatever billion.
Exact, okay. No, let's get an exact number. How much does it cost?
It doesn't
How
matter.
much
It's not even
does
close.
marketing cost?
Maybe a couple million too. Well, it depends how much marketing it really was actually looking back. Maybe it was
They didn't even
collected.
get celebrities. They didn't even get celebrities
Maybe
this
it was
time.
collected
Remember the
editions.
marketing for Destiny 2 in the
Yeah.
beginning?
Maybe it was collected editions cost a lot to make.
Well, you think they were making money? They had to pay for each individual copy made?
No, all those things that they made was a collected edition.
Bro, like, hang on, let me,
If there's a Destiny by next year, do
a
you think,
Destiny by next year,
do you,
bro. Yeah, is there gonna be a Bungie by next year?
as long as Marathon comes out,
Bro, Marathon has to succeed for Bungie to survive. Barely survive.
do you think it will?
Barely survive. It looks like they're having
But
problems.
do you think a game like that, people will probably jump on easier
I don't
on a
think
game
so.
like that versus Destiny?
No.
Well, a game like that, it's easier
Like,
to,
well, like Marathon?
yeah, it's easier to probably get into
Okay,
a
so
game
we'll give
like
it
that,
Marathon.
but, well, I must say, what was it again? I don't even know what the hell it was.
You don't even fucking know what it is.
It's not Destiny.
So how are you gonna say it's easier to jump on?
Don't you like, you shoot, and,
Uh-huh. You shoot,
it's like a shooter, a fast paced, like,
fast-paced shooter, like Call of
no,
Duty,
no, I
like
bet they're,
X Defiant,
I bet they're trying to be, like Mirror's Edge, or,
Mirror's Edge.
I don't remember what.
Isn't this supposed to be an extraction shooter?
Oh, that's, yeah,
What even is this game? Yeah, some marketing, yeah. You don't even know, is this game supposed to be easier to jump into? Bro, you don't even know what the game is.
I know it's simpler than Destiny. Well,
Bro,
actually,
Destiny's
Destiny's.
already simple.
I'm saying it's probably easy for a person just like the regular consumer would get into this quicker than Destiny. Probably. Because people like extraction shooters, I think. I don't know. Battlefield had it, but then that went to waste.
Bro, okay. Someone asked, how did Bungie spend 500 million on Destiny when it literally just uses the same 4 maps for every mission and has no story? This was 10 years ago.
Wait, 10 years ago?
How did Bungie spend 500 million on Destiny when it literally just uses 4 maps?
Wait, year one?
Yeah,
Someone said that during the first year? Wow.
yeah.
You know what's funny about Destiny?
Look, the first Destiny is a $500 million game. 500 million.
That's a
How did
lot.
they burn through 3.6 and 2? You can't say what went into the game. Nothing went into the
They
game.
had to. Oh, what? Did people just take their
Bro,
payouts
we
and
got Destiny 1 from 500 million. 3.6
they
billion
had Sony
should
money? I don't know.
mathematically pay for what? For like 6 Destiny 1s.
It's a lot.
7. 3.6.
Yeah, it's
Okay, maybe
seven.
inflation. Maybe inflation.
That
So 5.
no inflation in 10 years would not make it that insane.
What happened? What happened?
They
And let me
probably
see.
they
How much does it cost to market a video game?
people got a
Uh,
good payout. People were eating good then. I'll tell you that. They couldn't care less.
You know what? How much did Disney pay for marketing?
I think about Disney Plus. I think went up in price again.
That sucks.
Did you see that Harold and the Purple Crayon movie? I don't know if it came out yet. With Zachary Levi.
Ad spend. Well, the purple crayon thing.
Yeah, Harold and the Purple Crayon. It looks weird because I watched it as on a it was an HBO. Well, it was a kids book, but HBO show.
Okay,
Well,
so Walt Disney spends more than $5 billion to promote their products in the United States.
he's dead. Oh, you.
I didn't even know Disney spends $5 billion.
When I hear you say Walt Disney, I think of the guy.
The Walt Disney Company. So, how much does Bungie spend?
They got that Disney dough.
Oh, here they spent under 100 million on advertising and digital in the last year.
Oh, okay, that's a number.
100 million. A
That's.
year, about a year's worth of an entire the entire
I
company's
guess that
sales.
that,
So
that isn't 3.6 billion or whatever.
that is, yes, that is part of 3.6 billion. 3.6 billion. I don't know. I just don't. I don't think. Well, now they're putting all their baskets into Marathon. I don't think it's going to go well at all. Um, I think this is it. This is not only the end of Destiny, but I think it's the end of
Can you
Bungie.
imagine it actually ends?
What?
Destiny?
Well, it's going to end if Bungie goes out of business. And if Marathon doesn't succeed,
Or
it looks like it
someone
will.
else would take the mantle.
Who would take it?
I don't.
Activision bought them and had to let them go.
343 took
Now Sony bought them for 3.6. Sony gave them 3.6 billion, and
343
the
took
company is dying.
Halo, and then what if
343 has its own problems too.
that is true? But
343 ruined Halo somehow.
I don't think their problems is as bad as Bungie as a company right now.
No, but right now, no. Bungie is gonna like cease to exist if Marathon doesn't, work.
Yeah, I can't think of another company that would do as good or as bad.
The only way Destiny would survive is if they give it off to another company.
Raven Software.
If they don't do that, then Destiny is tied to Bungie, and once Bungie goes down, Destiny goes down with it.
What company would do
So
good? I can't think of
no one,
no other company couldn't take
no one.
the mantle.
I don't know.
There has to be a
That's not
good
my job.
company.
All I know is this is it.
I'm not saying you're a news
Frankly, I
anchor.
don't give a shit.
I can maybe
This
um yeah, I can't think of one.
is it. This is it. If Marathon fails, Destiny fails.
What you know what they should have done? Um, I, they should do like the Call of Duty route where they have multiple studios doing parts of the game.
How are they going to afford that? Didn't they already have that?
They can't afford it now. They got 3.6.
They had that going.
What do you mean? Oh, Bungie did?
It was a different, yeah. They gave, yeah.
I didn't know
They were
that.
working with another
I
company.
had no idea.
Yeah,
Everything
you
says
know.
Bungie. I don't know. What company did they work with? Or studio?
Is it BMAX?
Isn't that from the Marvel movie? Oh no.
What is with you and everything?
No, I
Bungie,
was thinking of I think his name is B.
Enox or something.
No, you know what I'm talking about. Big Hero 6.
I never watched that.
What? Wait. Oh,
The company did a PC. It was
I think it's Beanox.
yeah. So it was Beanox.
Let me maybe on Destiny.
Oh, Pete Parsons, yeah. Yeah, here. I found, they outsourced this version of the game to a company, Vicarious Visions.
Oh. Yeah, they don't mention it anywhere. Let me see if I.
Vicarious Visions made the PC version of Destiny 2.
Oh. Well, that's.
And from what Astacross said, that Bungie has like two different teams working.
When I type in Vicarious Visions, was it Blizzard Albany? Video
Oh,
game.
so they're a detachment of Blizzard?
Oh, Blizzard Albany, formerly Vicarious Visions, is an American video game developer and studio of Blizzard Entertainment based in Albany. The studio was acquired by Activision in 2005.
No, they will die.
They made Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, I think.
You know I also did that? I helped them make it.
Yeah, but they didn't make parts of the game, I meant.
But they were working with them.
Like, but it's slightly different, though. They made a port.
But what was your point then?
No, I meant like how Call of Duty, like, they have one team working on the campaign.
That's like Ravensoft does. Ravensoft works on Warzone.
Yeah, but well, there's that thing. But I'm saying making the PC version.
Okay, but you think?
No, I meant let
What?
Bungie Bungie can work on one aspect of the game itself, not like for different versions like PC and stuff. I just meant like one aspect of the game, like the campaign or something, the story, and they'll let other companies work on different like Crucible or Strike stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised if Vicarious was also doing that.
It didn't look like it, but I could look more into it.
Well, you should.
Wait, Blizzard.
Like Ravensoft works on
Yeah,
Ravensoft
they're
and
behind the
Poster
scenes
Bob.
of-
They all work on Warzone.
Is that what it is? Just Warzone? They used to work on.
Yeah, it looks like all they do is they're a support company. It looks like. But in order for them to do that, then Bungie has to relinquish control of Destiny.
Yeah, they could do that. They should.
And give it to who? To Sony?
Oh wait, it does. Wait. They took over development of the PC port for Destiny 2, providing content and support for the game. Oh,
Uh-huh.
although the reception for Diablo 2 Resurrected was not accepted, the studio worked on. Oh, they helped make Diablo 2 Resurrected.
Haha.
Uh. Oh, despite some concerns with the studio's future projects, um, because the QA team at the company unionized in December 2022, it's unclear what their position is now in the games.
But yeah, so
Um,
the only way is for Bungie to relinquish for something that I don't know. Right now, because Bungie has the control of Destiny 2 as an IP,
yeah.
Destiny 2 will end up going wherever Bungie goes. So if Bungie syncs with Marathon, they've effectively tied Destiny to Marathon. So if Marathon fails, Destiny 2 will definitely fail.
I was gonna say because we're getting.
If they
close.
give it to Sony, that's what players. That's ironically that's what the Destiny community does not want to happen. They do not want Sony to take over Bungie, which I think some of that is already happening. It's been already put into place.
Yeah. The game's dead.
On top of that,
That's it.
yeah.
We can just say that.
I don't want to just say it. I want people to realize it. I want them to understand every single in and out of this.
Do you have any closing remarks? Because we're getting.
This game is dying. It's been dead, and now its corpse is being played around with.
Okay, so nothing racist this time. Thanks, God.
I think the Jews are behind this too. I think Bungie might be funded by the.
God! It's gonna be a day where I just lose it on this.
Why would you lose it? Are you an IDF spy or something?
Hey,
are you part of the Jewish cabals? manning that giant space station in space, huh? Are
You know,
you part of Bungie?
the Cabal, if I'm not wrong, is the opposite organization of the Illuminati in
Of the
Marvel
Jews?
Comics.
Of the Jews? Is that
No,
what you're saying, huh?
in the Marvel Comics, the Illuminati, the evil version of them, the enemies, are called the Cabal.
The Cable?
But at the end of the day, Bungie's dead, Warframe wins, everyone's happy and sad. That's how it
At the
feels.
end of the day, I was right. And you were
Yeah.
wrong.
See you next week,
You were all
guys.
wrong.
Bye.
Now destiny will
Oh
die.
my